In this video, you're going to see how to use the LOC function in Excel Python. The LOC function allows users to select certain rows and columns from a dataset. In addition, it allows you to rearrange the order of columns, select columns by header value, and insert custom filters on fields. Keep in mind that Python is currently only available to Excel 365 users with the Insiders version. In this example, we have a table of loan records. The table name is Loans 2024. We're going to use the LOC function to select specific rows and columns and later add in custom filters. Before we begin, make sure that your field headers have no spaces between words. If they do, use underscores. In a cell to the right, type equals and the letters PY and hit Tab. This creates a Python input cell. Next, we'll create a DataFrame acronym called DF that will hold our table records. After selecting your table, make sure that the table name is followed by brackets with a hashtag and the word all, followed by a comma and headers equals true. Next, we'll reference our data frame followed by the LOC function and then a set of brackets. Inside, we'll add an inner bracket and list the first 3 rows of our dataset. Keep in mind that in Python, the first row number begins at 0. Since we did not specify a second input for columns, we told Python to return all the columns. Hit Ctrl+Enter to input the code. If you see the word DataFrame, go up to the left of the formula bar and select Excel value from the drop-down list. This returned the first 3 rows from our dataset. Now we'll select the first 50 rows of our dataset. Inside our code, we'll delete our inner brackets and type the range of rows 0 to 49. The range is indicated by a colon between the beginning and ending row numbers. Now we'll return all rows and just certain columns. For the row input, simply type a colon which represents all rows. Then add a comma and a set of inner brackets for the column input since we have a list of fields. Here we'll go with origination date, amount, and location. Now we'll change the column order of our results so that the location field is first. Back in our code, we'll cut and paste our column list into a variable. We'll call this variable list, myColumns. We'll move the location field to the beginning of the list. Then we'll add the myColumns variable to the column reference input of our LOC function. This reorders the columns in our output with the location field as the first column. Now we'll add another column to our column list variable. We'll insert the loan type column right after the location column. Now we'll add a criteria-based filter to the row input of our LOC function where the location is equal to West Branch only. We'll add a new variable called myFilter. We'll set this equal to a reference to the location column of our original data frame, but only where the location is equal to the West Branch. Keep in mind that equality in Python is a double equal sign. Then we'll replace the row input of the LOC function with the myFilter variable we just created. This returns only records where the West Branch is the location. The filtered results produce a row index number in the results. If we want to remove that, we can use the reset index function at the end of our last line of code. Inside the parentheses, type drop equals true. Now we'll add a second criteria to our filter, where the loan type field equals auto loans. When we have multiple criteria, each condition needs to be enclosed in a set of parentheses. Each criteria is separated by the and symbol. We'll copy and paste our first condition and change the field to loan type and the criteria to auto. That's it for now. See you in the next one.